In this session, I'm going to show you exactly what students tend to do wrong so that you can get this right the next time you go and write. So this is suitable for students as well as parents helping students. Okay, so for the rest of the video, I'm going to be addressing parents so that you can help your child know exactly how to study. So Afrikaans, as you know, is very easy to study, but students who are not speaking Afrikaans as a mother tongue might find it a little bit hard, which I also understand. But what I'm going to show you is section B of the paper. Afdeling B stands for section B, and this is the part about language structure, okay, and grammar. So you will also see that most of the papers are exactly the same in terms of what it is that they ask, but obviously they have to use different examples in order for the papers not to be the same every year. So we're going to start with the first question, and it says gee die verkleinwoord van die onderstreepte woord, skryf slegs die antwoord neer. So verkleinwoord is something that they ask in every single test. So the best way to study verkleinwoord is to study it summary style. So I've also compiled the fastest way to study verkleinwoord, and it's I think video 2 or video 3 on my channel. So I would really recommend that you check that out. So if we're looking at this word, for example, you also learn from the summary that I posted that when a word ends with the letter M, it triggers either rule 2 or rule 4. So what they say is that a word that ends on an M that has a short vowel must have an attachment a key, right? So not every attachment is key because that's what we are taught in general. There's about 7 of them. So in this particular word, the sound preceding the letter M is a long vowel, which means that the rule 2 here is not going to fit. So the other one fits, which is specifically for long vowels or more than one syllable, which is the attachment PIE. So stroom becomes stroompie, boom becomes boompie, arm becomes armpie, scallum becomes scallumpie. All of this is in the summary. So what you got here is dumb that ends with M, but it's not a long vowel like this one, and it also does not have more than one syllable. In fact, it has one, which is dumb. Okay, so dumb is the same as damn in English, which means that rule number 2 is going to apply here. So what you do with rule number 2 words is that you need to double the last letter and add a key. Okay, so you double the last letter there, and then you add a key, which is the E-T-J-I-E. So that's going to be 1 mark. Let's move on. So this whole part with verkleinwoord, as you can see, they only asked 1 in this question. They can ask up to 2, which means that you have to study all the words in the summary in order for you just to be able to answer 1 question. But kids who are who speak in Afrikaans will know this naturally. Okay. The next one, gee die korrekte intensiewe vorm vir die volgende woord. So intensive vorm is also one of those things where you need to take a whole hour to study the most common ones. For Afrikaans first additional language, they'll ask the ones that are more common. So you don't have to study everything that's there. But for, like for example, vol, leeg, which is full and empty, bright, not bright, all the colors, particularly yellow, they love to ask, green, they love to ask, fat, thin, hot, cold, all the stuff, they would probably ask it a question like this. So in this case, they're asking about leeg, and the answer for this is dolleeg. Dolleeg. Okay. The reason why I know this is because it's just one of those things you need to fall in love with. Do you get what I mean? the easier you find, the more in love you fall with it, the easier it will be for you. Skryf die volgende sin oor en vul die korrekte leestekens in. They love this question because it shows that you know what a sentence is supposed to look like. So here you can see where it says a person says, you can already see that it's a direct sentence. So the answer is going to be Lucas, what's the surname? Lucas Andrew or Andrews say, there's supposed to be a copy on here, but let's see, I don't think I can copy it. Copy, let's see if it will allow that. Say, oh, there we go. With all direct sentences, colon, open, D, capital letter, droogte is baie ernstig. Doesn't matter whether you understand the sentence or not, you just need to know that after the word say, the direct speech needs to come in. Full stop, inverted commas, done. As you can see, they gave 4 marks for this particular question, which means that the colon here, the inverted commas, the capital letter, and the full stop at the end each count 1 mark. Next, onderstreep die korrekte woord tussen hakies om die sinne te voltooi. So, die provinsie is baie as gewoonlik. So this is trappe van vergelyking, which is degrees of comparison. So each time you see the word as, then you know that it's comparing one thing to another. So whenever you compare one thing to another, you need to work with the middle part of trappe van vergelyking. So it's stellende trap, vergrotende trap, which is the one that we're working in, and then oortreffende trap. So here, as, the middle one is droër. So that's our answer. And then dit is D. As soon as you see D, you know that it's the last column. Okay, die minste is like fast, faster, the fastest. Die minste. So even if you don't know what the word means, as long as you know that it's the second or the third column, you're gonna be fine. Next. Kies die korrekte vorm van die byvoeglike naamwoord tussen hakies. So byvoeglike naamwoord is an adjective, which you should already know can change forms, and it can be right in front of the noun or at the back, all of that stuff. So dit is 'n leedam because it's describing the dam. If it was leeg, it was gonna say dit die dam is leeg. Okay, and then dit sal wees as almal water spaarsamig gebruik. Here we're gonna use goed because goeie needed to describe a noun and there's no noun here. Or it doesn't, yeah, it needed to describe a noun. Next one, number 27. Onderstreep enige selfstandige naamwoord in die onderstaande sin. So this is a level 1 question, but they're asking it like a level 3 question. So basically they want you to identify the noun in the sentence. Okay, so in this case the noun is, and they're saying enige, which suggests to me that there's more than one. And as a matter of fact, stroompie is a noun as well as gras is a noun. So it gives the student 2 opportunities to choose a noun. Next, skryf die sin in die toekomende tyd. That means you must write it in future. Almal moet water spaarsamig gebruik. Most kids forget the word sal when they're supposed to write a sentence in the future. Almal sal water spaarsamig moet gebruik. So let's say I do not know how to answer this question. This is what I would do. So just to break down what I've done. So when you're working with a sentence that needs to be shifted into the future, you know that sal needs to be there, right? So the best way to do that is to move, if let's say the original sentence had a verb one. So when you're working with Afrikaans sentences, it has a certain structure. It starts with the subject, then it has the first verb. In this case, almal is the subject and moed is verb one. But the actual verb one, when you move the sentences to the future, is sal. So then moed shifts all the way to verb two and becomes like a helping word, helping verb to verb two. So that's how I would do this. Other verbs like these include kan. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of right now. Skryf die volgende sin in die verlede tyd begin met gister. So they love doing this as of lately. So daar vloei 'n klein stroompie. So when you're working with sentences in the past, you know that the first one is supposed to be a subject, but in this case, they are using gister. So your verb to, meaning the word right after the subject, is supposed to be het. Oops. Gister het daar 'n stroompie gevloei. Okay, you have het, you also have ge, and that's what's super important here. 1 mark. Next, kies die synoniem vir die onderstreepte woord. Synonym means the word that is the same. Almal was bly toe dit begin reën, so bly is a happy emotion. So the answer here is number C. Oops. Number C, gelukkig. Undo. Gelukkig. There we go, 1 mark. So synonym and antonym, you'd have to go and learn a bunch of words in order for you to master synonym and antonym, but what you can do is also stick to the general stuff. So they mostly ask emotions, they mostly ask male, female, all of that stuff. Okay, so it's general words that you ought to be using anyway. So number 31, skryf 'n antoniem, that means opposite, vir die onderstreepte woord neer. Again, general words. In this case, it's stadig, which means slow. So the answer here is vinnig. Vinnig. Got the mark. Next. Onderstreep die korrekte woord tussen hakies. So here it's homonyms and homophones. This is typically how they ask them. Die reën val hard of hard op die sinkdak. So this hard, it's hard in your heart. And then this hard is for hard. So this one is appropriate for our sentence. Next, verbind die twee sinne met die woord tussen hakies. So voegwoorde, it's like one of my favorites. I've also made a video about that. So they can be divided into 3 groups. The one that they gave us here is a group 3 voegwoord, which means that you have to go back and check which ones belong to which group, because that will tell you what you need to do with the sentence. Okay, so in this case, die dame is leeg. Die dame is leeg. Omdat, this is where you need to put the conjunction. Omdat, so group 3 says that you need to take the first verb of the second sentence, in this case it's was, and you need to put it right after. No, that's group 2. You see, this is why you need to recall the right thing. Group 2 says you must put the first verb of the second sentence right after the conjunction, and then group 3 says you need to put the first verb of the second sentence at the end of the sentence. So here, die reën was baie onvoorspelbaar. That means the rain was very unpredictable. So was is going to be our first verb because die reën is the subject. So die damme is leeg omdat, okay, shift, omdat die reën, remember that sign there, baie onvoorspelbaar was. That's our verb at the end of the sentence. So they'll give you 2 marks, one for shifting this and the other one for adding the conjunction. Next, onderstreep die correcte voorzetsel, that's preposition. They always ask 1 mark for this. Almal verlang na of vir die dae, toe daar nog baie water was. The correct answer is na. Unfortunately, this is something you need to go study because there's very specific sentences for this. Number 35, die woord was het baie meer as een betekenis. That means this is homonym. Gebruik die woord in 2 kort sinne om 2 verskillende betekenisse te wys. So you need to use the word in 2 short sentences to show the different meanings. So the first one we can use as was. Gister was Saterdag. That means yesterday was Saturday. Full stop. Then the other was is wash. Ek was my klere. I don't even need to go further than that. The teacher understands this. Okay, 2 marks picked up. Next. Omkring die mees korrekte betekenis van die volgende idiom. Die reën wat daar buite val is soos musiek in my ore. The rain falling is like music to my ears. So which one is right? Die reën wat val, laat my sing, no. Die reën wat val is goeie nuus. That's more likely. So when something is music to your ears, it means it's something you want to hear. C, die reën wat val maak my ore seer. That's not true. En die reën wat val sing liedjies in my ore. That's too literal. So the answer is B. Next, onderstreep die korrekte versamelnaam in die volgende sin. So versamelnaam is collective noun. So they always ask the same. Daar is 'n werpsel, trop of swarm bye. So you know that it's a swarm of bees. So the answer is swarm bye. Trop is usually used for beeste, cows or cattle. So they always ask either this or that, or they ask a school of fish. Okay, next. Sorry about the noise in the back. Next, skryf die sinne in die ontkennende vorm. Die dam is leeg. Oops. Die dam is nie leeg nie. Remember the one at the end. And the first one goes right after the first verb. Almal meld lekasies aan. Almal meld nie lekasies aan nie. Done. Next, meervoud. They always ask this for 1 or 2 marks. Stroom has a long vowel, ends on an M, so you're gonna say strome. Gee die vroulike vorm van die woord, so this is male or female. Bierman, opposite is biervrou. Kies die korrekte afleiding van die woord vriend wat die sin waar sal maak. Afleiding is more like suffix and prefix. Die man praat, so the man speaks friend with me. So they're trying to say the man speaks friendly to me. So the right answer is C. Next, skryf die getal van die volgende sin in woorde. Skryf slegs die woord neer. So here The highlighted part is the 80. They want you to write the 80 in words. In this case, it's 80, which means that your child is not supposed to get to grade 6 without knowing how to write numbers up until 100. Okay. Kies die korrekte voornaamwoord tussen hakies. Voornaamwoord. That's pronouns. Ons moet ons best doen om water te bespaar. So the correct answer is ons. There we go. So this section counts 30 marks that will be divided into 2, and that will give us 15 marks. So it basically counts like, let's see, it counts 37.5% of the entire paper if the paper counts 40, which means that if you add this section and the summary section, which counts 10 marks, you've gotten at least 60 out of the paper, 60%. So I'm going to do the summary next, and I really hope you learned something from this particular part of the paper because it is important and it also takes the longest time to study. But if you use my other videos to study some of these concepts, you only have to look at it once after that because I structure it in such a way that you only have to learn it once, but then you have to trust it. A lot of people learn it, then they don't trust it, and then they freestyle in the paper, then it ends up being wrong. Then we always have to come back to the structure, and only once they trust it, they see the consistency in the marks 70, 80, 70, 80, 90%. So you need to trust it in order for it to work. So yes, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below.